Welcome, welcome, welcome to our week number 4 in our 7-week chakra journey. I can't believe we've already done 3 weeks together. We're in our 4th week and we are in, guess what? Oh, I'll show it down here. The heart chakra. The heart chakra is probably one of my favorite ones to explore because it is all about the infinite, all about unboundless love. And Anahata, which is the name of the chakra, which is the heart chakra, means boundless, infinite, unhurt. And it's this chakra which is centered, located at the center of the chest. And it is that bridgeway. So it's the bridge between the manifest and the spiritual. So it is right here where we start to cross into the levels of the 5th, 6th, and 7th chakra. So we start to move into the spiritual realm. And it is so important to really take this practice today, as well as the idea of the 5th, 4th chakra, Anahata, as all about boundless and endless love. And about compassion for oneself, forgiveness for oneself and for others, and really how love has no boundaries. The element of this chakra is air. So we walk through the earth element, we walk through the water element, we walked through water. I'm forgetting what we walked through. We walked through a lot of things, I think. And now we're at air. We're at this boundless part of everything is open. And when we think of being air, we think of everything being expansive. There's no end to it. When we think of where our breath comes into, it comes in through the nose, it expands in through the heart. When we get excited and we feel this sense of real, this love, whether we, for whatever it is, our breathing really emphasizes that feeling of like expansiveness, of excitement, of boundless amounts of energy and love. And so this chakra is so amazing because when we think about yoga, everything is about the breath. We think about moving with our breath. So today I'd like you to take this practice in the most kind, gentle, compassionate, open sphere. So thinking about taking this practice with this opportunity of exploring your self-love, exploring love for others, exploring love for the things around us, this gentle kindness from within. So if it feels okay for you, today, we're going to start with a supported chest opener. Now, this may work for some and this may not work for others, especially with the yoga blocks. It can feel a little more harder on the back. So I'm going to say if you do have a bolster or some pillows, you can absolutely set those underneath your upper part of your back. So here I've created a bit of a T shape. I've got the lowest side on the length side, and then I've taken the medium height and I've set it up as a T. If you want to do this with your yoga blocks, you can. You can also use your bolster. So for those of you, and I know there's some of you that have your bolster at home. Sorry, my bolster's over there. So I'm going to just pretend this is a long bolster. You can set your bolster and kind of set it on your yoga block and just kind of create a bit of a lift, and we'll open up our heart that way. So let's just begin. Find whatever way. And if you have none of those props at home, that's okay. Just come down to the floor. If you're using yoga blocks, maybe you just need to take a moment or two to get yourself settled in and kind of find some space. Now I've extended my legs, but you are absolutely welcome to bend in your knees, maybe even find constructive rest pose. Do whatever feels good for you. And from here, maybe just for today, we take one hand to our heart, one hand to our tummy. We soften the shoulders, we soften the eyes. And I want you to take a moment to just settle in with your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting your heart space soften. Sending yourself some loving thoughts. Thoughts of gratitude. Thoughts of self-compassion. Self-forgiveness. So often we get pulled into thoughts that are not always so positive towards ourselves. And I want us to let that go because we are not those thoughts. We are love. Let your chest just open and feel that expansiveness, this openness to whatever can come. And this chakra, Anahata chakra, is centered around the right to be loved and to love. We think of everything that we do and everything that we hear in the world. So often it's just this emphasis on giving love. When you give love, you can't feel hate, you can't feel anger. When we give in the purest of forms, we give with everything that comes from our heart and from our soul. And today I want you to give yourself that same love and gratitude for all that you do, all that you add to this world and to this energy. As you feel the breath entering and leaving the body. Maybe we repeat to ourselves, I am, as you inhale. And as you exhale, repeat love. And just silently repeat that mantra for today. Breathe in, I am. Exhale, love. Let your ankles even soften. Let your body melt down. Remembering that we come back always to our first chakra, our Muladhara chakra. Come back to that foundation. And today that foundation is built on the earth. And we're going to add some air. Let's take the next 5 breaths. Just tuning into yourself. Maybe you can feel the gentle beating of your heart. Maybe you think of a loved one that's either here or past. You can remember a time when you were together with them and your heart was so full. There was boundless love there. There was nothing separating the two of you. And that is what love is. It takes away separation. It unites and it brings us together. whenever you're ready. Keep your eyes closed for just a moment. Let your hands soften towards the side. And depending on where you are, maybe you are lying down directly onto the floor. Maybe you're lifted and your heart space is open. Let's go ahead and reach the arms up towards the sky, shoulder distance apart, palms facing one another. And then from here, open up your arms into a strong T. And the color of our chakra today is green. And as you rest here with a strong T, arms outstretched to the side of your body, chest is open, heart space is expanded, I want you to imagine this green light emanating from the middle of your chest, filling the space around you. Just let your heart space soften, let your shoulders relax, let your throat be clear, let your jaw be unclenched. Even let the eyes resting behind the eyelids pull back and soften. Let the cheeks soften in the ears. Soften the heart space as you breathe in and breathe out. Each time you breathe in, you can see the green light brightening. And as you breathe out, it just gently dims just a little bit. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly start to slide our hands back through center. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Circle them into a gentle, gentle circle. And I want you to imagine that you've got like a fairy wand. And each time you kind of swirl that arm out, you're spreading this magical, loving potion out to the world. And that's what our energy is. When we come to something with a loving sense, people sense that, people feel it. Have you ever been in a room that was filled with tension? You walk in and the air is thick and the air is heavy. Have you ever walked into a room where only love was felt? It felt light. It felt accessible. It felt welcoming. And right now you are spreading that love, your love. And that's energy. We spread it out. We share it. We all have it. We all seek it. The next time you come back through center, just let your hands rest to the side of your body. Maybe press the palms down to the floor and let the shoulders open. And let's take a few breaths here before we move into a seated position. Maybe breathing in that green light, that love. Breathing out anything that blocks that love. And as carefully and as slowly as possible, we're going to transition, and maybe you start to pull the knees up. If you're resting on yoga blocks, we're going to just maybe take the pelvis over to one side and start to gently roll up. Use your abdominals to bring yourself up into a rotation, and then just come back up to a seated position. Let's take your time. Let's take our blocks off to the side. Make our way into Sukhasana. And let's go ahead and rest our hands at our thighs, lifting up with the crown of the head, rolling the shoulder blades back. And we're going to slowly make our way into some Sufi Rolls, leading with the heart space. So breathe in, draw the heart towards the right or left thigh, and just gently rotate from front to back, leading with the heart as you extend the body long, and then pull in through the heart as you round the spine. Maybe close your eyes here. And I love that Robin is wearing green right now. It is just so beautiful. And maybe you see that green light just emanating from your heart. But you can feel grounded in this love. The air is soft and wavering, but you come to this from a grounded space. Maybe the next time you come through center, let's rotate in the opposite direction. And just like love, love has no direction. Love is just out there. We send, we receive. And a true act of love is giving with zero expectation of anything in return. Letting go of those ties. Simply giving. And I'd like you to send your body self-love and acceptance. Love for the body that you're in. Love for the person that you are. And finding that unconditional love without self-judgment. Loving the freckle on our cheek. Loving the, in my case, sometimes the crookedness of my teeth, just loving them for what they are, no judgment. Loving all the different physical attributes and looking at that in its purest self. The next time you come through center, gently pull yourself up tall. Maybe eyes remain closed, and let's find some seated cat-cow. Breathe in, open the heart. Breathe out, pull the belly in around the spine, let the head drop towards the heart. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, pull in. Find your own pace here. Maybe your eyes are still closed and you're tuning in to how you feel and how you are right now. And part of that unconditional love for our body is to take care of our bodies, to move our bodies, to eat healthy things, and stay with that loving sense towards our body. And taking care and self-care is part of that self-love. Honoring ourselves. Giving with grace to others, but also giving with grace to ourselves. As you're ready, the next time we open up the heart into our seated cow. Let's gently find ourselves with our spine back to neutral. Roll the shoulder blades back. Set the hands down to the floor. Press the tips of the fingers in and gently lift as you press the shoulder blades back, lifting up the heart space. And then from here, come back into that neutral spine. Take the right hand over towards the left. Keep the belly button facing forward. And with your heart, gently twist towards the left. Unwinding back through center. And then guiding the left hand over to the right and twisting towards the left. Can you lift your heart space without it finding any tension? Can you soften your jaw and come to this with so much softness? Let's explore that one more time by coming back in through center over towards the left, taking the hand and gently guiding your heart. Noticing, are we doing this with a softness and a grace and a love that is gentle and kind? Or are we seeking to create this really forceful rotation? Can you ease into it with love? Unwind one more time and come over to the other side, breathing in and then breathing out. And then unwind one more time, come back through center. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and make our way into all fours. Now, if we're taking care of ourselves today, which I hope you are doing at home, please make sure you set something underneath your knees if it doesn't feel comfortable for your knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tops of the feet ground and towards the earth. Let's go ahead and find some all fours cat-cow. Inhale, roll the shoulder blades back, lift up through the heart. Exhale, delve into the tummy, let the head fall down, let the gaze fall between the knees. Breathe in and open, and breathe out. And today, maybe we invite our Ujjayi breath, our victorious breath, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose and constricting the throat slightly to be able to create that ocean sound. This is a very centering breath. I find for myself, it's a very quieting breath too. It really allows me to focus inward. As you continue to breathe in through your cat-cows, soften your heart space, draw the spine up towards the sky, moving with a gentleness and a lovingness towards our body. Finding a softness in the breath as it comes in and just noticing the different qualities of that breath. Maybe you notice how the breath is cool as it enters the body, and you warm that breath up as it leaves the body a little bit warmer than it entered. Wonderful. And let's do one more cat, one more cow. Now, when you're ready, make your way back in towards your all fours position. Now, coming into our child's pose today, we're going to open up the knees wide. And again, maybe you want to place something underneath your knees. If this doesn't feel good, big toes to come together. And we're going to press back onto our heels. And if it feels okay for you, we're going to open the hands wide to the outer edges of the mat. Opening up with the heart space, allowing the heart space to dip down towards the earth. Let the forehead rest onto the floor. As you expand your arms here, soften through your heart space, let your hips fall down. Maybe you relax the shoulders, let the elbows rest down towards the floor. Breathing in and letting the heart space soften each time you exhale. Breathe in, I am. Breathe out, love. Notice how when you Repeat that word love as you exhale. Maybe you can seek a little bit more softness in the body. If there's areas of the body that need that love, that need that attention, take it there. If your mind is full and there's things going on, take your breath there. Let yourself be free of any negative thoughts that are not serving you. Fill those thoughts with love. Fill those thoughts with breath. Soften those thoughts and let them go. And then from our child's pose, let's go ahead and walk our hands a little bit closer towards center, maybe shoulder distance apart. Keeping our knees wide in our child's pose. We're going to inhale, shift forward. Find a little cat, a little cow. Exhale, round in, press back onto the heels. And we're just going to shift here a few times. So breathe in, coming into cow. Breathe out, round into the spine. Come into cat, press back into child's pose. Readjusting the spine, realigning the spine. Breathe in, arch the low back, open up the heart. Breathe out, round the spine, pull the belly back in, sit the sits bones down, realign the spine, re-lengthen. It's almost like we're doing a little bit of this kind of figure eight, kind of moving through the spine. And just let yourself slither here forward. Maybe you need to bring your knees in a little closer. That might feel a little bit better. And just explore lifting through the heart space, peeling yourself forward. Exhale, round the heart space, pull the belly in, shift back. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, round the spine, sit the sits bones down. Wonderful. The next time you find yourself back in child's pose, take a few breaths here. Soften the low back, soften the shoulders. And then as you're ready, let's go ahead and shift forward. And we're going to press ourselves into a plank position for a brief moment. So just to get ourselves settled here into a really nice shape, let's go ahead and extend the legs out. Not a nice shape, into a safe shape is what I want to say. Find that plank for a moment, and then set your knees down to the floor. We're going to go ahead and take the hands directly underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in, and as you're ready, lead with the heart, come down to the floor. Shoulders are going to rest back, hands are going to press in, and I want you to find that lift through the heart here, finding your cobra. Press down through the tops of the feet, pull in through the belly, lead with your heart, close your eyes, just take a moment, imagine that green light shedding its rays all the way around you. Exhale, come back down. And let's just float here a couple more times. So breathe in, lift that heart space, pull the belly in. It doesn't have to be high. Remember, we're coming to this with so much compassion and love. Exhale, release down. Breathe in, open the shoulders, back and down, open up the heart. Exhale, come back down. Set the hands in front of you, stack the hands, let the heart space rest onto the floor, open up the elbows, find crocodile. From here, shift your pelvis side to side. And for a moment now, I want you to connect your heart space down to the earth. Maybe slow that shifting of the pelvis and come back through center and just let your body rest here. And I'd like you to take a few nice big diaphragmatic breaths here, breathing into the nose, down to the belly. And I want you to feel that expansion of the belly pressing into the floor beneath you. Exhale, release. Let your heart space soften, let your shoulders soften. Breathe into the belly. Breathe out. Let's do a couple more, but this time I want you to let everything soften down. I want your heart to even fall down even deeper into the earth. I want your shoulders, your body to release any tension that's not serving you. So as you breathe in, take everything in. As you breathe out, let everything go. Notice if you're holding on to tension in the back of the body. Just let that go too. One more time. Wonderful. Slide our hands towards the side of our body, and we're going to curl our toes under, press back through all fours, and then we're going to come into downward dog. Knees coming a little bit towards center, hands forward of the shoulders, curl the toes under. We're going to be here just for a few breaths. So go ahead and shift your heels back, widen through the arms, and lead with your heart. Let your heart space soften here. Let your feet remain nice and comfortable, grounding into the earth. Let the heart space be pulled open as you draw the shoulder blades down, soften the neck. Maybe pedal the feet a few times. Now, can you come to this with utmost love for your body, finding space and comfort here, not strain? Maybe we take our knees to the floor if that feels better for us. When you're ready, let's go ahead and drip both heels down to the ground. Lift up through the hips, soften through the heart one more time. And as you're ready, we'll go ahead and walk our hands gently towards our feet. However you want to get to your forward fold, just gently make your way here. Maybe we take our yoga block if we want to. We don't have to. And just set it in front. And just set our hands here. And I'm going to really bend deeply into my knees here. Letting my heart space, my trunk just rest on top of my thighs. And if we're taking care of ourselves and it doesn't feel good to let our head fall below our heart, just find that half forward fold. Bend the knees. Shift the weight back. Shoulders pull back. Release the low back. And then maybe from here, if you'd like to, we're going to give ourselves a hug. So maybe you want to extend the legs a little bit. If you're coming to a half forward fold, maybe you're coming and just finding your elbows here, right hand to left hand to right. And you find that half forward fold and you rock your body side to side. The greatest gift one can give themselves is self-love. And it's not an act of selfishness. It is an act of love. Because when we take care of ourselves and when we are self-loving, we can give to others so much more. And that's a beautiful thing. So I want you to think of this as giving yourself a hug. Or maybe you imagine someone special that is in your life is giving you this hug right now and filling your heart. Let everything just melt into this space. Let your body just flow here. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and slow yourself back down and come back through center. Maybe you let the hands rest down to the block. Maybe you bend the knees and we'll slowly start to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up to standing. I want you to take a moment as you press into the feet. Notice the grounding beneath you. As we come up to a standing position, maybe make sure your blocks are shifted off to the side so there's nothing that's in your way. Roll the shoulder blades back, and we're going to go ahead and roll the shoulder blades back and extend the arms, and we're coming back to that ball. Palms are behind you, and I want you to imagine you're holding a green ball. As your chest opens up, as you bring your hands behind you, you're holding on to that space. Feet are grounded down to the earth, and you are in this space of love, holding on to that green light. Maybe you go ahead and start to bring the hands towards center, really bringing that really bright green light into the palms as you interlace the fingers and pull that green light down as you open up your heart. Soften your throat, soften your chest, finding that expansion pulling up through the belly. Perhaps you open up the feet a little wider, and perhaps we come into a bent position. If that feels good for you, perhaps we stay standing with the chest open. keeping the heart space open, softening through the knees. Perhaps you release the hands, come back into that forward fold, Uttanasana, and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Gently finding your space here. Restacking your body, pulling the shoulder blades back and opening up. Now from here, let's go ahead and we're going to take our right foot forward, setting the right foot right underneath the knee, maybe pressing back onto the ball of the foot, perhaps coming to warrior one, maybe with a light 45-degree angle of the foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up, extend the arms up, finding crescent pose. And then from here, I'd like you to swim your arms forward, pull the belly in, extend the arms and lead with the heart, finding airplane. Drawing the hands back, leading with the heart forward, bending into the front knee. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, release the hands to the side, bring them back, either finding that green ball or interlacing the fingers, opening up into a chest expansion. Perhaps we explore and we stay right here. Perhaps we gently come forward. Just finding that space. If it works for you, if it doesn't, that's absolutely fine. Find the space right here. If you'd like to come down to waterfall, please explore. Grounding into the feet, coming back to Muladhara here. Right shoulder to right knee. Inhale, come back up, release the arms, sweep them all the way up towards the sky, press the palms together, meet at your heart. And as you meet at your heart here, I'd like you to repeat to yourself, I am love. Maybe even take your hand to your heart and stack your hands one on top of the other. Feel the beat of your heart. You are that. You are love. Inhale, release the hands, sweep them all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Turn the back foot. Take the right foot back. Come back to downward dog. Take your time getting there. Feel free to go into child's pose if you want to take a moment of rest. Maybe you pedal the feet one more time, coming into this space. Spread the hands, spread the toes, soften the heart. And then when you're ready, go ahead and land both feet. If you're in downward dog, if you're in child's pose, maybe you start to make your way up and we'll get back into our forward fold. Remember, take your time to get there. Walk your hands maybe towards your feet. Maybe take your block and set it right in front of you. Let yourself be supported here. Let your head drift down towards the earth. Soften the neck, soften the back. See if you can come to this, again, with that loving feeling. Just soften the body. No expectation of how it should look like, what it should feel like. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and release the hands and slowly roll up, pull through the belly. Press your feet into the floor, grounding your body, working your way all through chakra 1, right through to chakra 4, opening up the heart and finding Anahata. Interlace the fingers, open up the chest into your chest expansion. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bend the knees and we come into a gentle forward fold. Leading with the heart. Perhaps you release the knee, hands down towards the floor, set them onto the block. And then one more time, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to standing. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and ground into the right foot and take the left foot forward. Perhaps finding our crescent position with the ball of the foot, or finding warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, where the foot's on a 45-degree angle. You really choose what feels best for you. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Soften the shoulders, ground, and take a moment here. Exhale, let the hands release down to the side. Maybe you find airplane leading with the heart. Shoulders pull back. Maybe we just lean gently. We don't have to lean into so deeply that it feels uncomfortable. Again, today we're finding compassion, meeting our body where it's at right now. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, turn the palms, find your chest expansion. Open up the heart. Find your green light. Hold it into your palm. Hold that space for yourself. Perhaps you hold on to it right here. Perhaps you explore and you come down into waterfall. Again, this is so optional. Everything's optional. You get to choose. On your next inhale, sweep up, release the arms, extend the arms overhead. Press your palms together, meet at your heart. Come back to that space. Maybe you take one hand and then the other hand and you set them on top and you can feel your heart beating. And remind yourself, I am love. I am love. Release the hands. This time we're going to weigh into the left foot and go ahead and take that right foot forward. Find yourself at the top of your mat. And let's just shake that off. And this time we're going to find ourselves on the long side of the mat. So take one foot back, however you want to pivot yourself, wherever it feels good for your camera position so you can see. Starting with our palms, our toes facing the outer edges of the mat, heels face in. I'm going to go ahead and bend the knees and sweep the arms, extending the body long. And then go ahead and grab. In this case, as we do our sunflowers, I want you to imagine you're grabbing some beautiful green hearts. You're going to spread out. And again, just gently as you come into these sunflowers, imagine you're spreading your beautiful energy, which is what you're doing right now. That's what we're doing. We're spreading our energy. You're kind of creating this tetrahedron, this like shape around you that is unpenetrable. And that's what love is, right? It's unpenetrable. When you have it, it's there, and we all have it. And when we use it and we offer it, nothing can break through that. It's unbreakable. So this tetrahedron is like this protective bubble around us that shields us. And we're shielding ourselves right now with all this love. Let's do a couple more here. And I want you to remind yourself of your mantra, I am love. Feel it right to the core of your being, because that is your true self. You are love. Let's do one more, and let's all meet in our 5-pointed star. Breathing in. And expand your heart space. Pull those arms open. Open up through your heart. Feel the grounding beneath you. Exploring the earth, the fire, the water, the air, all the chakras we've explored right now. I can feel different parts of it just kind of flowing through the body. Feel everything from the ground up. Set your hands to your hips. Maybe turn the feet inward. And let's lead with the heart into a forward fold. Maybe we're coming into a half forward fold. You're just exploring. Maybe we're going to take a block. I'm just leading with our heart here. Let's take a moment. Perhaps you explore coming down a little bit more. Soften the low back, the back of the body, the head. Whenever you're ready, breathe in, lift your heart space up, turn your right foot out, walk your hands towards your right. Ground into that back foot. Keep the foot out where it is, and I want you to inhale, sweep that left arm, find your warrior two. Soften into this space. From here, lead your arm forward, sweep it up with that green light as you come into warrior two, reverse warrior, opening up through the chest. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Extend that front leg, turn the toes inward. Extend the left leg out, bend in, find warrior two on the other side. Lean in with the heart, open up. Find your warrior two, reverse warrior. Hold that space beneath you, zip up through the center of your core, knowing that everything is grounded from the earth up. Hold that space for yourself here. Inhale, sweep that left arm back, find that warrior two, turn that left foot forward, arms outstretched. Now here, I want you to pull your heels in, palms open. We're going to bend into the knees if that feels good as we come into goddess pose. I want you to take a moment here to feel the strength in the body here. Hold that space. Feel the earth beneath you, holding you up, supporting you. Go ahead and extend the legs, rest the arms. Turn the right foot out, pivot onto the back foot, bend into the right knee, shift yourself forward, come to the top of your mat. Just take a moment to pause here, maybe meet with your hands at heart center. As you're ready, release the hands. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bend into the knees and come all the way down into a forward fold. Right foot reaches back, left foot reaches back. Let's find downward dog. Notice the softness in the heart here. Maybe go ahead and set your knees down and press back, child's pose. And whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and shift our weight forward. And let's come onto our back. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and settle ourselves down and bring our knees in towards our heart. Maybe as you find knees to chest here, you envision this being this beautiful, loving hug that you're giving your body, giving yourself. Maybe let your body rock from side to side. Let's explore the softness in the heart, the softness in the breathing. Maybe send yourself words of gratitude for all that your body does. All the work it just did. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and set your feet down. Let's take one hand to our heart, one hand to our tummy. Let's just take a moment of pause here before we move into our Savasana. Let's just remind ourselves that everything begins and ends with the heart. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and extend your legs or find whatever supported position. I'm going to make my way up as I'm going to walk us through a meditation here in Shavasana today. So I'm going to sit up just to read through our meditation. But I want you at home to take a moment or two here to get a blanket, to get a pillow, to get whatever you feel you need right now. Maybe you need to sit up, maybe you want to lie down, whatever it is, please, this is your practice. Now, this meditation is to help us connect with our heart chakra. And as you know, the heart chakra is the center of love, empathy, and compassion. Like love, air surrounds and sustains us in this life. And that is what our Anahata chakra represents. It represents positive energy, connecting to the lower chakras, to the higher ones. When it is fully open, the heart chakra becomes a channel for universal compassion, our true self. And it is in this space that we invite infinite love to flow through us, allowing it to heal ourselves and to others. So let's take a moment here to let our bodies settle in. Notice your breath. Spread your collarbones wide, opening up the space that holds your heart. And if it's comfortable for you, maybe bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Bring your awareness to the space that surrounds your heart. Notice this space rise and fall with your breath. As you inhale, feel your belly expand and fill your lungs with fresh air. And as you exhale, feel your belly contract, emptying out and creating space for new awareness. Now imagine you're breathing in a large emerald light through your nostrils, settling down and into your heart space. It brings with it warmth, making the entire upper body feel toasty and cozy. And as you breathe, allow this light and warmth to grow. Only by opening our hearts can we allow love to come in. If you have felt pain, perhaps a broken heart, you've opened yourself up enough to expose yourself to your vulnerabilities. This is a courageous move. By doing so, you extend light onto those who need love. Take a moment here to call to mind someone or multiple people whom you love. Bring their faces very clearly into your mind's eye. Now, allow love to radiate from your heart space and into this person or those people. Now call to mind someone or multiple people with whom you have a tough relationship with. Bring their faces or face very clearly into your mind's eye. Now allow love to radiate from your heart out into these people or that person. Now call to mind a picture of yourself. Picture yourself in the room that you're in, maybe the clothes that you're wearing, where your body is at this very moment. Bring yourself into your mind's eye. Now, using all this love and compassion and openness that we've cultivated here in this space, in this practice today, begin to wrap yourself up in love, imagining that green emerald light is flowing its way from head to toe and toe to head, wrapping you up like a cozy blanket on a cold day, supporting you and giving you everything that you need. And as you've wrapped yourself up in love, sending it out from this space that holds your heart, your true self. Allow yourself a moment to rest here. Allow your heart to beat. Allow yourself to feel nothing but love. Before we begin to reawaken, let us start to deepen the breath. If you feel like you want to stay where you are a little longer, please do. Please use this time to rest your mind and your body and just to be in this space. Otherwise, if you want to, let's begin to move through the fingers and through the toes and gently creating a bit of movement, just reawakening to our environment, to the conscious world. And if you want to, you can gently roll onto your favorite side and just hold on to that space. And again, just decide what works best for you. Maybe you want to stay exactly where you are just that little bit longer. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly and lovingly and compassionately start to press into your top arm and make your way up into a seated position. Maybe we meet with Anjali Mudra at our heart center. Let us gently bow down to our hands. And as we do so here, let us remind ourselves of our mantra, remembering that we can take this mantra with us on or off the mat. And let us just repeat silently to ourselves a few times, I am love. I am love. I am love. May your heart always stay warm, and may your smile always stay broad. And may the light that shines in me honor and see the light that shines in you. Namaste. So I think that part of the reason I love the Anahata chakra, and it's really dear, no pun intended, to my heart, is because I always think about my gratitude towards you guys, towards the community that we have here at Live that's growing and becoming so strong. And so for that, this practice was incredibly special for me. I hope your heart feels warm and cozy. And from my heart to yours, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. I hope you rest well. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And again, I hope to see you next week. I'll be up north, but I will be with you for our number 5 chakra. Thank you all. From my heart to yours. Thank you. Bye-bye.